All right, guys, welcome to another episode of Wayne's World Garage. Today, Phil, Alan, and I are cutting down a couple of dead trees or damaged trees in the woods. The first one's a nice cherry tree. The second one's a poplar, which sadly is kind of hollow on the inside. But they'll make great boards anyway. We've got some great wood out of the whole project. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, give it a thumbs up, tell your mother, tell your father, tell your kids, get them all to watch it. It'll be all right. Let me get some more wedges. So the undercut here is a little bit bigger than I wanted to. It's called a Humboldt cut. And then you cut a flat piece in, maybe 30%, and you have an undercut cutting up at an angle. Didn't want it quite this deep, but we'll make it work. So as soon as we get the back cut going, I'll put a wedge in just to hold it in case it leans back. But once we get going, you guys gotta look up as much as we're looking down.
Well, that's where I've been watching.
Yeah, so maybe one guy looked up. I don't know. But
here.
Yeah.
Don't be surprised though.
Yeah.
And don't try to fight it if it's going to go the opposite direction.
Oh no. But what you'll see is I'll put a wedge in.
I know. The only danger is sometimes with those wedges though.
Yeah, they pop out.
Well, no, not that. The tree can twist on them. If it breaks on one side.
Yeah.
So that's do that
so
too.
as I'm cutting the back cut, that's give me an extra set of eyes because there's a holding hinge, what they call a hinge, and if I cut the hinge wrong, like too close on one side, not on the other side, that can happen. Yeah. Twist. So my goal, and I'll stop, keep checking where the hinge is to make sure I'm 4 inches away on both sides. You know what I'm saying? So we have an even hinge. Does that kind of make sense? Yeah. So that's what the goal is.
Get in between wind gusts, that'll be good.
Yeah.
Okay. Don't be paranoid about it.
No. Well, you know what though? There's nothing wrong with being paranoid. That's for damn sure. So when you guys look it up, you know what I mean? If you see something coming down. So I hope it's pretty clear. It may not be obvious, but Phil and Alan did a really good job. What we have to do here is clear escape paths and a way to walk away from this thing quickly in an emergency in case this thing goes south. So cutting it is only part of it. The other part of this job here, and probably 50% of it, is clearing the debris around, the garbage on the ground, so we can run quickly if things go south. Also, and I really don't like to do this, as you see on the ground, there's a couple of poplar trees, small poplar trees. You need a clear path. I learned a lesson a long time ago. So if it's going to get hung up in another tree, and it's a smaller tree, whack it down and get it out of the way. And that's why that little poplar's on the ground there. And there's another one behind it I took down the other day.
What?
I think it's on your right.
Somebody has to hit with a hammer with a wedge while I do this. All right.
Okay. What?
So bang it. And you should with the wedges. Take a break.
Don't be surprised if one right left.
No, I get it. I get it.
Okay.
I know it.
You are at the point where every time you take a swing, you're standing up top.
Yeah. So that's what they say. They say when you hit it a few times, because it takes 3 seconds for the vibration to go all the way to the top.
He hits it all the way at the top. You can see it shaking.
And yeah.
You don't have much there.
No, and that's what they say. They say a few hits, a little bit, a few hits, a little bit. And my hinge is not perfect, so I'd rather bang it over if we can. So let's see.
Looking at it, though, it hasn't moved at all to the left.
Oh, it's optimistic. Optimistic.
It is. I'm being optimistic.
Oh, you're realistic.
No, optimistic. I am being optimistic.
Yep, yep.
But
Wow.
yeah, you don't have much on it.
There's not much left. Let's hit some hammer again.
I'll say that's
I'm thinking we'll be able to hammer over from here. I guarantee it's going. Look at how much it's lifted up.
there you go. It is moving to the left.
Yep.
Going to the left.
Get back.
Be careful.
Yeah, it's very, very, very close. Yeah, we're good.
Hear it.
You can hear it, yep. You want to hit it a couple more times? It's definitely going the right way now. It's leaning. And just be ready, Alan, to exit 45 degrees real quick. All right. Stand by. Let me get some more wedges. Because you buried those two, right?
Yeah, they're buried.
All right.
Look out. Here we go.
Timber. you get the wedges nicely done. Woo.
Man, that was freaking perfect.
Well, my wedge, I got to practice more. You know, these wedges look like shit. I'm way the hell off.
Over here.
I'm way off.
Look
So-
at all this hole that's on.
Yeah, so they,
Yeah, man.
ideally, this should be perfectly flat. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
The
yeah.
holding wood was good, but there's way more, you know, but it's okay. Nobody got hurt, it worked, it's all
Yeah.
I wanted to. But so the interesting thing still, as you know, it wanted to go that way. Wedges will encourage the other way.
He'll encourage it. I've seen where we've had them where they've broken that hinge and gone that way
Yeah.
anyway. Wedges were nice,
Yes. Well, you'll
but they weren't the be all to end all. That was the
when
only
we
thing.
when we leave, we'll look and you'll see my neighbor cutting tree. He's 84 years old, like Pete. And I know where he took the wedge out, and guess what? He went the other way.
Yeah.
And I said, how'd that work for you, Charlie? Went right where I wanted it to.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, yeah. I can
Down on the ground and everybody can walk away from it
Well,
where
exactly.
I wanted it to go.
So now the interesting thing about this, oh yeah. So what they, and I keep you a reminder, what they say, 45-degree escape route. So what I didn't
See where it
what
ended
didn't-
up?
What's that?
You can see how far it kicked
Oh, yeah.
out. If somebody was standing here, they were taking it.
And it would have hit this tree, and I don't know what it would have done then. It would have popped up, it would have rolled. The other one,
Oh, it did roll. You can
oh
see
yeah,
that.
it rolled. Just see.
Well, not only that, but they look where your hinge is here.
Yeah, absolutely,
Not that way.
absolutely.
Yeah,
But the good news is it's
down.
it's down. The hinge went where we wanted to go.
Well, but it's here. You did that stump. Oh, yeah.
The stump was the one I cut down. Well, that's perfect.
Where'd that mud go?
That's perfect. Oh, so you know where that mud came from?
All right. Well, we still have got time, so we're going to do one more poplar. We've got 3 up here pretty close by. This is the closest one. It's not a perfect tree, and if you look at the bottom of it has some rot in it. But I whack it pretty well with the axe to make sure it's not totally rotten, and I can get some sort of a hinge. So that's also why I'm cutting up a little bit higher than I'd like. Really, ideally, I'd cut it as low as possible, but I want to get as far away from the base of it as I can and get away from that rot. So I'll cut it up a little bit higher and see how that works out. And the good news about this tree, it's already leaning where we want it to fall. So life will be a whole lot easier. We're not going to have to wedge the living daylights out of it, which I'm not too excited about doing. But we'll still put an undercut in it. This undercut works out a lot better than the old one, than the last one. So what I'm doing here is I'm checking my depth of the hinge here to make sure the holding wood is the same on both sides of it. So I've got a decent hinge here. What I don't want to do is screw this up and have it 3 inches on one side and 1 inch on the other side, because that'll be problematic. So we'll try and make it about the same. So I'll stop and take a peek and make sure it's equal on both sides.
Well, when, you know, 3/4 of it's rotted.
No surprise. The poplar.
Yep. All right, we got a good cut right here. Being held up.
Yeah. So the question is, real quick, is this is not bad. I went a little bit, I'm just analyzing it. I should have went a little bit, cut more this way, you know what I mean? So this is thicker here than it should have been there. So what that'll tend to do is actually steer it this way.
I really wanted to.
Which isn't, not on purpose. I didn't do it on purpose.
Yes,
but
you
that's
did.
what- exactly. But
Come on now, you're on
exactly.
camera. That's what you intended to do.
Exactly.
Why wouldn't it go this way?
Because this is going to hold on tighter. It's going to break off.
Ah.
It's going to twist around. The question now is how high up does it go? All right, Bill, Alan, you want to give it a shot?
How many odds it goes that far away?
Yeah, I'll bet you. Can you cut it in 8-foot sections just to, well, how far up do you want to cut it? What do you think? I don't care.
Where it's supported, what do you think?
Yeah, fine with that. I would cut it on this side of the board.
This side?
Yeah, exactly. You might get one out of it. We should measure this one, because we might get 2 feet out of it.
Not going to.
No? Oh,
It's split.
oh, shit. Well, it's an 8-foot, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, right there.
The foot looks like it comes about here.
Yeah. So
That'll be over 8. That'll be over 8 foot.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. One maybe 8 foot. We'll get a little. I mean, I'll make it 9 foot.
Where is it? Up on the top?
Oh, yeah, somewhere up there. Sorry. Well, that was kind of interesting of an 8-foot tree, huh? that's what happens when you take them down. So
the chain was just a little.
No, I think you got the sawdust in it.
Sawdust.
Yeah. So it is interesting. If we were in California with big redwood, they're really careful because they're really brittle trees, and when they drop these 200-foot trees, they split like this. So they have to be careful how they do it because they don't want them to.
Yeah.
They want them to rest on the ground easily without breaking. And this one here, you can see, it's got this 30 feet of it in the air, right? So with 30 feet of it in the air.
Anyway, thank you for watching this video, my friends. I hope you enjoyed it and hope you had fun. We learned from it. We had a good time. But part of the point of me doing these videos is to transmit to you guys that making boards out of logs is a lot of effort, especially when you do it on a small scale basis like we do. We don't have big, heavy equipment, so we're cutting these guys down by hand. I'm dragging them out with a small tractor or my log lift. That takes effort. You got to take them to the sawmill. That takes effort. Cutting them at the sawmill takes effort. It's a huge amount of work making boards on a small scale basis. Now in this case it was kind of worth it because we've got this beautiful cherry tree and we got 4 nice 8-foot logs out of it and some firewood. But the poplar, check that out, is a totally different story. The top part of it I hit too hard on the ground so it split and we only got really 1 8-foot section out of it. Regardless, we had fun, we had a good time, we're outside working in the woods and life doesn't get better than that. If you enjoy this, guys, please subscribe, give it a thumbs up, blah, blah, blah. Take care and have a great day.